I'm not saying this lightly. And when I'm about to say this, I'm not doing it with no context. And I'm not going to mention this for the rest of the video, but I'm going to say it now for clarification. So, during the school day in history, which we'll get to, Liam asked me, how do you feel about Kenzie? So I said, she's cool. And of course, Liam being the H word that he is, if you don't know what the H word is, I don't know if I'm allowed to say it. My parents have never clarified this as a bad word, but I'm not going to say it anyways. I said, she's cute. It's cringe thinking about it. Do not feel that way. I quite literally was in a breakup when I was like in 4th grade, and I haven't been in a relationship since. With that being said, I'm not looking for a relationship at all. Because if I was, I would be that H word. And I'm not. I'm looking for friends. I do not need a relationship right now. Anyways, into the review. Sorry, Liam, if I broke our promise. But personally, I was not saying that on YouTube publicly. And that's why you should never trust me with promises ever again. That's your fault for believing me. Anyways, English. We had to do an activity, which I didn't finish, but we're going to have class on tomorrow. So I'm not going to stress on it. Oh, okay. Yeah, that was basically it. I'm gonna stop messing. Listen, if you give me a month's time, like 30 to 40 reviews, I'll probably be friends with KS. But until that day, and whenever I'm allowed to say her name on YouTube when I get her permission, that'll probably indicate that we're pretty good friends. Till that day comes, you're gonna have to wait. Band? Nope, no band today, chorus. He yelled, "Can you please stop talking?" That's what he said. "Can you please stop talking?" Yeah, the chorus teacher yelled towards the end of class when we had 5 minutes left. My heart was pumping. It was conveying because he doesn't usually yell, and he yelled before the band teacher, which he will. He will. Yeah, period 2 is going to be, like, cursed from both. Like, if the core teacher and band teacher talked about period 2's behavior, it would be slightly similar. In band, they misbehave. In chorus, they talk a lot. And it mixes for both. We don't get a lot of bad behavior-wise from chorus, unless you count talking. But the talking goes on in band, which I wouldn't count talking. A humanly function that people, especially kids, would do. And yeah, people join band and chorus to talk. Mainly chorus. They use chorus for like a social event. It's not really, we still learn in that class. But not a lot of people pay attention. So, yeah. There's no more study hall apparently. It's international studies where you learn geography. So I don't know how to say it. I don't know why. Okay, I was saying chorus, but like band, I don't know because yeah. Either way, I'm gonna have to stay in both. So complaining about it doesn't equate to anything. You can thank my parents for that. And even though we're gonna go to Disney World in 9th grade, I don't know if I'll still be doing school reviews in 9th grade. I probably will because that's our first years of high school, and that could lead to some interesting stories of me getting lost and stuff. But still. So, yeah. Anyways, yeah, there are chorus things going on. We're doing the Grinch song, yada yada. The only notable thing is that people were talking a lot. At first, I thought it wasn't as much as yesterday. I meant Monday. But as the class went on and he yelled, it was apparent that that was the most noisy we've ever been. He said, "You're getting on my last nerve." I really want him to move seats. I'm very curious. Because he moved seats to put us with our sections. But even though it's going to be hard to find a way around that, putting them away from their friends, but with their group, it will be impossible. He has to accept the fact that it's impossible to make us stop talking. By us, I mean everyone else, not me. I don't talk. Yep, I'm like that. I'm him. I don't talk. Lucky me. So when he was yelling, even though my heart was pumping, I wasn't putting it as he's talking to me. He's pretty aware that I literally don't talk unless we're doing singing. Like, ever. Like, sometimes he can't even hear me, so he might think that I'm just not singing. But I am. I'm just very quiet. Yeah, we're making, no, I'm not saying it. This review is not going to be 12 minutes like last time. And, in reading, we did map testing. It didn't work. And for me, out of all, I don't even know how many, if I had to guess, like maybe like 22 kids in that class, I was the one who wasn't able to map test for the longest. So I had to go during an intervention, and the intervention I finished. So if you ask what happened after homeroom and before the bus, I mean after RG's class and before the bus, that's what happened. I went to intervention. Yeah. I was not happy about that, but I didn't have any homework. It was the fact that I was there in the first place I wasn't happy about. And the majority of intervention, and since it locked me in, I literally couldn't see the time. That made me mad, so I kind of rushed, but to be honest, even though she cares, I don't really care about the first one of the year, especially because you can easily use the 3 months of summer and the fact that none of us were really thinking about reading that much, especially reading class. And yeah, we're just starting. I can understand if she's mad about the middle of the school year and the end, but not the beginning. I genuinely do not care. She doesn't seem like someone who'd yell at something that's not talking. I'm going into detail today. Ooh. But I'm gonna need to start slowing down. In science, it was interesting. We had to do the bungee jumping thing again, except on the stairwell. And yeah, it was confusing because I thought we were gonna do one at a time, but nope, we went straight to 32. And yeah, I need to help write it down for someone else later. Tomorrow, so a little bit under 24 hours, which is insane to me. Don't want to go back to that heck hole until I become social. If I become social by the end of this year, I'm going to be genuinely honest, I'll be excited for high school. Because then I've improved my social ladder, and I have successfully earned a pretty good middle class position in high school. Sociability is always first. Education's like a good second. A very good second. Like a very good contender. But I've been unsocial for multiple years and been doing education for more, so I need sociality more. Anyways. That went off topic really badly. But either way, yeah, 32 was enough. Only with force. Without force, it didn't do it. So yeah. We did it 5 times. 2 times without force, 3 with force. We did a little more with force and a little more without force, but that's because they were messing around and not really trying to learn. So, yippee, I'm carrying my group. I don't mind that, because it makes me seem smart and that makes up for it. My parents would probably tell me to tell the teacher, but I'm not. Because they're millennials, and my dad would do that. He seems like he seems loyal, but a snitch at the same time. It's very weird. But, Yeah, I'm not doing that. That's just not me. Let's see. In math, we did math testing, but I finished because he said, just like me, that he does not care for the first one. For the first one, we get that luxury for the first one, and it still took me the majority of the class because I didn't want to seem like I was horrible at math or anything. I wanted to seem at least average, maybe a little above. Not perfect. I'll never be perfect at math, and I guarantee you that. I'll put that on my life. I will never be good at math. Well, perfect. I meant perfect. Lunch sat by myself, as always, and we ate tacos. So that was pretty juicy. If what we're having for dinner today doesn't beat tacos, I might actually suplex my... No, I can't do that. Or my mom. They're both too heavy. Not saying they're fat, I'm just saying they're heavy. They're bigger than me. They're going to the gym, so they're fixing that problem. I can just suplex my sister, though. If I learn how to do a suplex, I could probably suplex my sister onto the couch or something. I'm going off topic. Let's go to art. Art, I'm losing my sociality. And I'm going to tell you on the bus, too. I don't have a solution for art. Maybe befriend Kate. I really hope I do befriend Kate, because Kate seems like she's exactly like me in the quiet stage. She's the most quiet in her friend group. I don't know if that's... I don't have a friend group. My friend group's Liam, and that's it. That's my friend group. I literally sleep by myself at lunch, so Liam's the only person I can consider my friend, so that's always good. You can just relying on one person who misunderstands word cool from cute. Yeah, that's always perfect. Oh, that's wonderful. I need to fix myself so badly. And math. No, not math. Jeez. Math was my last period last year, so that's why I'm thinking that. Oh, RG. It was the WRG day because not only did we learn about history in the minds of where we live, but we got candy. I got M&M's. They only sold chocolate. Not sold. He gave us chocolate. I would prefer the Twix because I never had a Twix before in my life. But yeah. M&M's was the safest option because I've had M&M's before, and I can eat them. If you give them to me, I will eat them, but I won't like it that much. Like, give me some Sour Patch, some gummy worms, some gummy bears. Give me some gummy yummy in my tummy. That was cringe, but I'm unironically funny, so I know I'm either made you cringe or laugh. If I'm lucky enough. So yep, I definitely made you laugh if you weren't laughing before. And, bus, here's how I was social, right? There were multiple 8th graders on the bus. I sat in the back. I kid you not. Only 7th graders went to the back. For the next 6 seats, there were 7th graders. 6. I sat in seat 24. The 8th graders were in the front. Does that make sense? Nah. So, I didn't move up because all the seats were taken. So tomorrow, I'm going to be one of the first ones on the bus, and if the swim team's there, which they usually will be, I asked one of them. I was social when we started because I know this girl named E.T. Not her name, but that's her initials. I asked her, like, are you going to just come on the bus for a while now? She's like, yeah. She didn't actually say it like that, but she said yes. That made a good conversation. I'm getting better at that, but only after school, and that makes me actually kind of mad. Because I'm trying to be more sociable, but it only works after school. Like, after our bus gets called, that's when I become social, and that annoys me so badly. I'm not social in the morning, because I just woke up, basically, but you're telling me... I need to befriend Kate, and then be friends with her friends, and then go after that. That's, like, my only solution I see right now. Anyways, I did make good conversation with the 7th graders. On my bus, I might be at least in the top 5 most social people. But anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Oh yeah, the cut. It was the comeback challenge today, and LK returned. Only I voted. I'm the only one who voted. Cause, I Forgot. Anyways, goodbye.